apparently they were bookmaking, drug running, prostitution, all the good stuff. They were doing all the good stuff. I got all the inside information. I can't say it on the air, but I got all the inside information. I even know everything. I know who there's questioning and who they're taking in. God, I wish I just knew one person who would let me buy one of those casinos. These people that run these casinos, it's like, why would they do that? They have like a legal ability to print money. They own a casino. You are legally allowed to print money. And then you have to layer on drugs and prostitution and bookmaking. It's like, why? Just print the money. Everybody has to kill the goose that's laying the golden eggs. Here we got Zach made it 40, and Josh made it 145 with aces. He's got one of the aces is suited to the 4, and he's got a queen in there. Decent aces. Zach has kings with the king-queen suited. Charles has just a mess, but he decided to come along. And Zach, for as bad as Zach ran last time, he's running that good this time. First he gets in with an underpair versus kings and flops. And then he gets in with an underpair versus aces and flops the set. He checked thinking that nobody would check through any hand. Checking kills. Every card off is a mess. But I know why he checked that flop. He doesn't think anybody's going to check behind with a smaller set, which he's right. He doesn't think anybody's going to check behind with a good flush draw, and he's right. And when they all check behind, he figures, they're just drawing dead. He figures they're just drawing dead. He didn't think anybody checked behind with aces probably either. But Charles got cagey. Josh got cagey and did check behind the aces. Charles I don't know what he's thinking. He's hit the showers, Charles. No matter how many times you look at him, they're going to suck. Now Zach is he's wondering, like, well, what hand would he check that ace now makes him want to bet? Was it an 8 and now he's got aces and 8s? That's what he's thinking. Or did he try to take he's like, how he knows that Josh either has a stone bluff or this is like a rare sort of way ahead, way behind situation. I guess he's saying a spade. He's talking a lot. Zach is like, I don't know what the table chatter's about. If he's trying to like lock in the fact that he gets called by a worse hand. He's thinking that Josh either has aces and 8s or he made spades on the turn. Zach is thinking that he's ahead much more often than he's behind here. He likes his hand. I don't understand a lot of table talk before he makes a play, but he's got to love his spot here. I didn't notice that it was 2 spades. The fact that it's 2 spades means Josh is just mountains ahead. And he's going to get called if raised. But, this is good, though. Zach is, like, really trying to use the table talk to figure something out here.
I don't need to look at this.
Josh is letting him pick a card, and it's the ace of clubs.
Don't let your ego get in the way.
And he folds. Wow! Why did Josh let him pick a card? If he wouldn't have let him pick the ace, he would have gotten action. Wow! Josh, Josh screwed the pooch there. Zach, just basically owned that hand as hard as you could possibly own a hand in the entire world. He table talked him into letting him pick a card, and then he picked the exact card which is going to let him get away. Because then that lowers Josh's range of his pre-flop 3-bet to basically aces and maybe some really, really weird ace-8 hand. And now Josh is tilted out of his mind. He's talking to himself.
dicks for breakfast.
But souls for dinner. But souls are the big deal.
Josh was so confident that Zach could never lay down his hand, and that he let Zach like outmaneuver him so badly there. Oh my God, he outmaneuvered him so badly. I'm sorry, Josh. When you're in with like guys who play poker every single day, all day long, for their entire life, don't show them cards. Don't show them cards. They're just, they've narrowed you down so far that they know that based on just seeing one of your cards, they're going to be able to make a ton of amazing decisions, which we just saw from Zach there.
You know why you like Click?
Click was depressing at the end, though. Yeah. Click got real depressing out of nowhere.
Waste on you. It's got hot. You need some hot. It's got hot.
I understand the movie where like he has a remote and he can skip it, and then at the end he's like divorced and like dying and like sad as fuck at the end. Dude, I was watching the comedy.
500 pounds. Dude, like 500 pounds.
I was faded watching the comedy.
Like everything went wrong.
I was faded watching the comedy.
Queen 6-4 flop, some spades. We have a bunch of games with Zach Freeman and a bunch of games with Damien and all these guys here. Avi, great games with Josh, and you can go watch them in the archives. They got games with me in the archives. They got games with Nicole in the archives. The greatest learning tool in all of poker. The greatest learning tool in all of live poker, I'll say. To be honest, completely honest. There is no better learning tool in all of live poker than playing on Live at the Bike and then watching the shows. If you play on Live at the Bike and watch the shows, you will get so much better. It will boggle your mind how much better you get. Just think about tonight. Think about that hand with Zach and Josh. Think about how much, if you could go back and watch that in the archives over and over and over again, how much better you would get. Zach had narrowed down the guy's range, chatted with the guy. You can listen to what he was saying to get the guy to allow him to turn over a card. He's getting live tells from him the whole time on whether he's comfortable or uncomfortable, and then uses it to just make an ownage laydown of second set against top set. Second nuts against nuts.
No, yeah, he was always a good putter fade away.
Oh, I could have finished them very well. He's not one of those like athletic guys.
It's gonna be hard to slow you down if you can fade away at 7. Posting up.
I was about to run blind, like when he was folding.
And that was the hand you were holding. Don't you love it when that happens?
Same thing.
You got me Patron before, so...
Avi's arguing with this cocktail waitress right now about whether his drink is Grey Goose or tequila.
Drink it all. Find out.
Yeah, chug it and find out. Yeah, exactly. Zach is going to drink and be like the royal taster. Now they're giving it to the cocktail waitress. You can see that they're giving it to Jenny. They're saying, Jenny, what is it?
You're the only one who
Make it two, please.
How can these guys not tell the difference between vodka and tequila?
875.
They have no palates. Zach's got, look at Zach's like, this is a quadruple. So huge.
What is that?
In PLO games, even run it once elite pros drink. Everyone drinks in a PLO
Hey,
game.
Hop, you won the 100.
No ice in it or nothing? That was an hour and a half ago.
Should. I'm playing against Mama Luke's.
I'm taking it.
He says he won.
I won the bet. Oh, okay. Normally, you have to why you're fucking No, because I gave him the 100 before, because in case I get stacked, I don't want to, like, owe the balance. The prepay.
Hakan is making sports bets at the table and prepaying people the payoff in case he goes broke. That's always a good strategy. He's prepaying. I would never prepay a bet. I think it gets you in the wrong mindset. I'm going to hold out to the bitter end that A, I'm going to win the bet, and B, that I'm going to have enough money to pay it off. I'm going to assume both are true at all times.
How much?
I know. What was the answer?
Technology.
Oh, yeah? It's very gentle.
I'm the CEO.
You can look it up. Amici,
Avi has a hand that he raised
A-M-I-C-I.
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's where I just wrote an article.
Yeah, it's just super hard to make any money with 3, 4, 5, 6. Is you just get the bottom end of everything. Your stuff is never going to be better than their stuff. Your stuff is always going to be worse than their stuff. You don't want to have anything to do with those little things, unless it's like, oh, you're just trying to pick up the blinds, or you're in with a fitter full player and you basically play 4 blank cards. If you're going to play 4 cards lower than 8, you might as well play 4 blanks. So you need to know if you know a way to win with 4 cards lower than 8, you also know a way to win with 4 blanks, which is fine.
Business Wire just wrote a nice little piece on it.
But against this lineup, I don't think that Avi is going to figure out a way to make money with 4 blanks.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, so Josh has made a flush,
Hello.
and Zach is deciding whether
Look at this sweat that
he can play with him here with top 2.
Sweat down to the end, and you're like bragging about the thing.
Oh, actually, he has top 3.
Hold on, Harry, I'm gonna put you on speaker.
Josh is putting Big Harry. Everybody knows Big Harry. Big Harry on speaker. Now Josh has given the phone to Zach to speak to Big Harry about his hand. This is this whole exchange of information thing going on again. Josh is showing himself to be very comfortable here, but he doesn't have a hand that he should be super comfortable with. It's up to Zach right now to figure out whether Josh is faking comfort or not. Zach?
Yeah, I checked.
Okay, zoom in on Zach.
I can't tell you what I have out loud. I can send you a picture message.
Okay, Zach is talking to Harry, and he's giving him the entire hand action. He's saying that he will send him a picture of his hand.
I got you crushed.
I'm just trying to have fun. Okay.
And Zach figures out that he is behind and folds.
Yeah. Oh, I got a full bit. You guys gonna go to a game? It is. I'm trying to get reads because you know Josh is so well.
Zach said he was trying to get reads, and it worked. He figured out that he was way behind, and he didn't think that he was going to be able to bluff there, and he let it go.
How much do you have on the other?
The Atlanta game concluded a big
You won the whole parlay? How many
Somebody told him that he didn't really. I tried to earn them.
There's some pretty funny stuff going on. Like, you just never see this in Hold'em games. You never see it. One guy handing the other guy the phone while he's in the middle of the hand to talk to his best friend about what his opponent has. People turning over cards, drinks flying left and right. Straddle, re-straddle, double straddle, triple straddle. The PLO is just the best. It's actual fun. It's like when poker used to be fun before everybody's like, oh, what's my equity versus your equity? What's my range? What's your range? Reverse sub bluff, 4-barrel, triple, quadruple Lindy. This is just like fun. It's having fun. They're gambling, and I mean, Zach is obviously really, really good at it, and that's why if you purport yourself to be a professional poker player, these are the type of games you want to play in. Like, this is why you see somebody like Zach basically like own this table, because the more crazy stuff that's going on, the better you are. The more information that's available, the better you're able to.
He fucking signaled me when you guys were in the hand.
Oh no, they're talking about the signaling again.
What did I do? I have to read my show. I'm a jerk off, Josh. Come on.
Oh, Josh is mad.
You know I'm the best player. You know you and me are the most fun.
Best
No,
player
the
here?
best player to play with.
How I'm sitting next to the best player
No,
here.
to play with.
Definitely not today.
They're talking about the signaling again. Avi's still mad about this, and Josh is still mad about the signaling. But none of them are going to stop gambling. I can guarantee you that much. None of them. He found a hand he can play. Deuce 7-9 Jack. It's a weird hand for him to start playing. I don't know what made him wake up and want to play that one. He has barely played any hands. He woke up and wanted to play that one. I would not wake up and want to play that one. .com was the razor with ace, jack 10-5. It's a suited ace, whatever. Suited ace, 3 to Broadway, fine. You basically know where you're going to be at.
The waitress, you should have marks on his face. Right here. Put the bar right there.
Now he flops an ace and a gutter.
Oh, that's much better.
And the only person that he can really get action from here is Zach, unless somebody decides to bluff. Jesse decides to bluff. He throws out $100 bet into like a whole group of people after the pre-flop razor checks. I'm not sure what Jesse's up to here. I mean, he's got 2%, and he sort of should know that. It's a multi-way pot in a PLO game. It's not. What good thing does he think is going to happen?
Where are we going? Some young girls, right? You know the young girls. You know
Zach raises it, which is interesting.
Where are you going? Where's the Valley?
Once Zach saw that the initial razor checked, and that a guy who really is never going to have aces bets. He's been fairly tight. Zach doesn't think he has deuce 5 in his range.
Neil, man, it's not the same without you, man.
Zach decides he can rep bigger, and he has some outs if he's wrong, and he picks it up.
It's been like that like 10 minutes.
Zach's going to show a bluff here to let everybody know that he's active.
He attacks. You throw 100 out there.
Especially after you talk to him and said all that.
When you can't have deuce 5.
You didn't realize he was still in the hand.
No, I knew he was in the hand.
And you still sell them?
Yeah, because how could I ever not have sponsored him talking to him about a bluff? No, but listen, he knows you don't have to deuce 5 in here.
Now Jesse is explaining. Now they're all explaining to Jesse that Zach knows you can't have deuce 5 in your hand. Like Avi, Hakan, everybody's explaining to Jesse, you can't have deuce 5 in your hand, bro. You can't have aces or deuce 5 in your hand, bro. They're all explaining it to him. And Jesse's like, yeah, I know. But hey, I tried to pick up the pot. What do you want me to do? Why are all you guys explaining this to me now?
The distillery is really